blackboard, these are all educational technology, because somehow these things are enhancing the teaching learning process. Okay. Even we have different ways of writing on chalkboard. Like when you write on a board, it has certain rules and regulation of writing. How you will write on the board, it should be clear, it should be systematic, and how to manage the space. Okay. Like I will not discuss these things at length, but basic things I want to tell you. Like suppose if the size of the board is very big, okay, if the size of the board is very long, so what we can do, we can divide the entire space into two to three parts. We can divide. But what is the purpose behind dividing the space? We divide the space because if I have written something in the space 1, okay, if I'm using the entire board at a time, I'm writing something and I'm just erasing it after writing, because I'm not having much space. Okay. So what will happen, the students, they used to write very slowly. तो से किस रे कौन होगा, student will not feel comfortable in your classroom. So, to overcome this problem, what we will do, we will divide the board. Basically, especially in mathematics classroom, I have seen, if we are dividing the board into two parts, suppose I have solved problem number 1. Okay, it is that problem number 1 has been solved in the space 1. Okay, so after I have solved that problem number 1, there are some students who writes very fastly and there are students who write very slowly. So we have to wait for them also, because when we are teaching in a classroom, we actually try to fulfill the need of every learner. Okay, because we focus on individual difference. And the size of the letter which you write, it should also be appropriate. And when you erase something on the board, there is also a rule of erasing something. Okay. Next we will see printed materials. Okay, printed materials. After this chalkboard, we will see printed materials. Okay, in printed materials, the very first thing which comes is textbook. Okay, whenever uh, whenever we uh, whenever we want to teach anything in a classroom, okay, the very first teaching learning material which comes to our mind is textbook only, because the textbook is something which has been prepared by seeing the by keeping in account the age of the student, or the content which has to be learned by the student, which has to be learned by the particular stage student. Okay, so we can say that textbooks are textual materials with some images. Content in a textbook is organized under chapters, units, and lessons. And the textbook, written in conversational style with activities, serve as a basis of self-study as well. Okay, you will find textbooks like when you will see this NCERT textbook, the textbook has so many activities. Okay, such type of books are actually meant for self study. Okay, even if the child wants to uh, learn things from the book on their own, they can, because the textbook has been designed in that manner to promote self study. Okay. Next is workbook or copybook. Okay. This workbook and copybooks are meant for the learners to perform a written exercise or undergo writing practices. Okay. See, I don't know whether this workbooks are available in state government schools or not. That I'm not aware of. But when
Yes,
you
ma'am,
will see,
available.
it is available.
Uh,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Achha.
Watchbook are available.
The workbooks are available. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
if workbooks are available, it is very good. देखो, but earlier I think it was not available.
No, ma'am, available now.
अच्छा, ସବୁ subject ର ଥାଏ, maths ର ଥାଏ,
Yes, ma'am. Maths, Odia,
English,
uh,
English, ओडिया.
English. Yes, ma'am. Class 1 to ର ରହିଛି math ଆଉ ଓଡ଼ିଆ. But above class 4, 5th ରେ English ରହିଛି. English, ଓଡ଼ିଆ, mathematics ଏ ତିନିଟା ଯାକ subject ର ଅଛି workbook.
अच्छा, अच्छा. हाँ, देखो एक्चुअली ଯେମିତି କି କଣ ହୁଏ ନା, वर्कबुक रे कौन हुए लाइक व्हेन यू विल सी दिस वर्कबुक ସେଥିରେ କଣ ଥାଏ, ପ୍ରାୟ क्वेश्चंस दिया ହେଇଥାଏ, क्वेश्चंस दिया ହେଇଥାଏ ଆଉ ବ୍ଲାଙ୍क्स ବି ବହୁତ ସାରା ଦିଆ ହେଇଥାଏ. ତ ଆଉ ଦେଖ
Ma'am,
ଯାହା
ଆମର
ବି ତମ
ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମିଡିୟମ ରେ ଯୋଉ ବୁକ୍ସ ଅଛି ତାମାନେ ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ସବଜେକ୍ଟ ରୁ ଚାପ୍ଟର ପଢଉଛୁ ସେଇ
ହୁଁ.
ଚାପ୍ଟର ଓରିଏଣ୍ଟେଡ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ କିଛି ରହୁଛି ସେଗୁଡାକରେ
हाँ हाँ,
ୱାର୍କବୁକ୍।
एक्चुअली ସେଇଟା ଦେଖ वर्कबुक केबे भी टेक्स्ट बुक बाहर କିଛି ସେଟା ଦିଆ ହିଁ ହୁଏନି. whatever is given in the workbook, it is in the limit of the textbook only. ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ we can say that it is a kind of ଯେମିତି କି ଆମେ ବୁକ୍ ରେ କିଛି ପଢିଲୁ, that we have understood some concept from the book. but workbook ରେ କଣ,
ଆମେ
ହଁ କୁହ,
ସାଇମଲଟେନିୟସଲି ଚଲଉଛୁ ସେ ଦିଟା ଯାକ ତାମାନେ
ହଁ
ଏଇ
ସେଟା
ଚାପ୍ଟର ପଢିଦେଲେ
ସାଇମultaneously
ହଁ
ବାସ୍.
ଏଇ ଚାପ୍ଟର ସରିଲା ପରେ ଦେନ୍ ପୁଣି ୱାର୍କବୁକ୍ ର ସେଗୁଡା ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି ବି କରିବାକୁ ପଡୁଛି।
ହଁ କରିବାକୁ ପଡୁଛି ସେଟା, କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ ସେଟା ମାନେ ଛୁଆଙ୍କ ଦେଖିଲେ ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ସେଟା ଆମେ ଛୁଆ ପଢିଲେ ଜିନିଷ ଗୋଟେ, then ଗୋଟେ
ହଁ
workbook ଅଛି
ତାପରେ
ତ ସେଇଥିରେ କଣ
ମ୍ୟାମ
ପଢିବେ?
1 ୱିକ୍ ପରେ ଏକ୍ଜାମ ହବ ପୁଣି ତାମାନେ ସେଇଟା ଗୋଟେ ଇଭାଲୁଏସନ ଗୋଟେ ପେଜ ରହୁଛି ମାନ ନିର୍ଦ୍ଧାରଣର ତାମାନେ ସେଇଦିନ ଆପଣ ପୁଣି ଯେତିକି ଯୋଉ ୱିକ ରେ ପଢେଇଥିବେ ସେଇଦିନ ସେଇଟାକୁ କରେଇବେ। ତେଣୁ ସେଥିରୁ ଜଣା ପଡେ ଯେ ପିଲା କେତେ ଆଚିଭ କରିପାରିଲା ନ କରିପାରିଲା।
ହଁ ହଁ, ଭେରି ଗୁଡ, ଭଲ ଅଛି, ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନଥିଲି କି ଆମ ଓଡିଆ ମିଡିୟମ ରେ ବି ହଉଛି।
ନାଇଁ ମ୍ୟାମ ବହୁତ ଦିନ ହେଲାଣି ଅଛି। ମୁଁ ତ ଏଇ ଜବ୍ କରିବାରେ ହେଇଗଲାଣି 7 ଇୟର ତା ଆଗରୁ ବି ଚାଲିଛି ଏଗୁଡା କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ
ଆଚ୍ଛା.
ପୁସ୍ତିକା।
ହଁ
ମୁଁ
ହଁ, ଭଲ ଅଛି.
ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପୁରୁଣା ବହି ଗୁଡା ଦେଖୁଥିଲି ତ ସେଇଗୁଡାକରେ ଅଛି।
ଗୁଡ, ଭଲ ଅଛି, ସେମିତି ରହିବା କଥା ବି. देखो, next we will see this programmed learning material, which is also called PLM or self instructional module. Okay, देखो, text or supplementary book presents matter in one chunk. The PLM and other self instructional material provide the content in meaningful and convenient bits and steps. मैं बड़े बड़े देखिबो କିଛି କିଛି ବହିର ରେଫରେନ୍ସ ବହି ବି ଥାଏ, ମାନେ ସପୋଜ ଟେକ୍ସଟ ବୁକ୍ ତ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି, ଟେକ୍ସଟ ବୁକ୍ ରେ ଯାହା ବି ଆମର ନିର୍ଦ୍ଧାରିତ ଜିନିଷ ଦିଆ ହେଇଛି ଫର ଦ୍ୟାଟ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ କ୍ଲାସ, ସେ ଜିନିଷ ସବୁ ଦିଆ ହେଇଥାଏ. ବଟ୍ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ କଣ ହୁଏ, ଆମକୁ ସେମିତି ଫିଲ୍ ହୁଏ କି ଟେକ୍ସଟ ବୁକ୍ ରେ ଯେମିତି ଯୋଉ ଭାବରେ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲେନ କରାହେଇଛି, the manner in which that concept has been explained in the textbook is not sufficient. तो ସେଇ କେସରେ କଣ ହୁଏ ନା, we actually there is a need of supplementary books. ଓକେ, ଆଉ supplementary books ରେ କଣ ହୁଏ, ସେଥିରେ ବି ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଥାଏ, ତାକୁ ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଭଲସେ ବୁଝେଇକି, ଯେମିତି କି self instructional material, these are also called self instructional material. ସେଥିରେ everything is given in a very meaningful and convenient way. ଓକେ, ସେଟା ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମକୁ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର ହେଲ୍ପ ହୁଏ ଜିନିଷକୁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ବୁଝିବା ପାଇଁ. ଓକେ, next you see case studies and case reports. Okay, this simulation and case reports are specially designed materials that center around a problem or issue. Okay, they present the learner with the background and necessary data on one or more problem or issue which may be of general interest or may pertain to a particular subject of study. ଦେଖ ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହୁ କି କେସ୍ ଷ୍ଟଡି, so can anyone tell me what is the meaning of case study? केस स्टडी माने हमें कौन बुझू, केस स्टडी और केस रिपोर्ट्स माने हमें कौन बुझू? एनीवन?
मैम गोटे पर्टिकुलर इश्यू ऊपर डिजाइन कराइथो।
हाँ माने सपोज वन इश्यू इज देयर, वन प्रॉब्लम इज देयर, ओके, से गोटे प्रॉब्लम अच्छी, से माने गोटे प्रॉब्लम को आइडेंटिफाई कले, देन प्रॉब्लम को आइडेंटिफाई कला परे दे हैव ट्राइड टू सॉल्व दैट प्रॉब्लम, लाइक माने से गोटे पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम को नहीं कि ता ऊपर गोटे डिटेलिंग, डिटेलिंग को जोटा हमें कि दो, that is called case study or case report, okay. There are times we also make use of this case studies or case report as teaching learning material, okay. जानिनी केमती आपे आपे सेटा हे गला बाहरी गली मु, ये ना but some problem network issues we can say. So the next one is see this non-projected teaching learning resources, okay. Non-projected money, like we cannot project this, like project this teaching learning resources, okay, because it is a concrete objects, like okay, chart, like chart, maps, models, poster, puppets, these are all non-projected teaching learning resources. ଏଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଟିକେ ମିସ୍ ହେଇଯାଇଛି, ଲାଇକ୍ କେସ୍ ଷ୍ଟଡିଜ୍ ଇଭେନ୍ ନା ନା ଏଠି ଅଛି ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ନ୍ୟୁଜ୍ ପେପର, ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ ଭୁଲି ଯାଇଥିଲି। ଦେଖ ଇଭେନ୍ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ କ'ଣ ହୁଏ, we even make use of the content which is given in newspaper, okay. There are times we even cut some of the important things which is useful for our teaching learning process, and we even bring some cutouts from the magazine which is helpful for our classroom setting, okay, like the current event study and analysis, study of local, national and world problems, practice in the reading, study of written expression and styles। ଯେମିତି କି ଆମେ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ଛୁଆ ମାନଙ୍କୁ we always encourage our students to go through the newspaper for increasing, for for having a good vocabulary, okay। if we always advise students, ଯେମିତି କି ଗୋଟେ English classroom ରେ suppose different report writings ବିଷୟରେ ଆମେ ଯଦି କହିବୁ, for that we can bring various examples from the newspaper, because देखो actually ଆମେ newspaper ରୁ example କାହିଁ ଆଣୁଛୁ, because we want to connect the classroom teaching with the real life situation, and the message or the news which is given in the newspaper is realistic, it is from our society, so we even try to connect the we just want to we just want to make aware that the learning whatever we are learning in the classroom, it also has a real life, application that we want to say, okay। देखो this non-projected teaching learning resources, the first one is chart, okay, like there are times we prepare charts. Okay, ଯେମିତି କି ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ଛୁଆଙ୍କୁ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି, like କିଛି ଗୋଟେ diagram ଅଛି, or some kind of flow chart is there, or some kind of what we can say, like କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷର classification ହେଇଛି. Okay, that we can even prepare in the form of a chart. Okay, if we say what is a chart is a diagrammatic representation of a system, process, or historical sequence of event. Okay, ଯେମିତି କି for example ମୁଁ maths ରେ ପଢିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି types of number ଯଦି ମୁଁ ପଢିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ତ ମୁଁ, if I wish, I can prepare a chart with different types of numbers. Like numbers, I have taken numbers, real numbers, imaginary number, and under that real number again we can go for rational, irrational, this type of numbers we can have a chart. ओके, चार्ट आमे काहे प्रिपेयर करू, गोटे जिंसर कांसेप्ट को तार ता सह जहा सब रिलेटेड थिंग्स अछि, आमे जस्ट इन अ गोटे वन फ्रेम रे आमे सेटा देखि परिबु. For that reason we prepare charts. Next is maps. देखो, when we will see this chart, we can have different types of charts. Okay, it can be a process chart, it can be a organizational chart, it can be a time chart, it can be a tabular chart, or it can be a tree chart. Okay, and we can also have a stream chart. Next one is maps. Okay, maps basically when we teach geography. Okay, we in even in class 9, 10 we have a map book also. Whenever we want to locate any place, whenever we want to locate any new place, we just go and search that place in the map. Okay, and nowadays even Google Maps are also available. Okay, we can simply go online and we can check, or we can check new places. And you will see that in these maps you will see there are different denomination for denominating different things. Like we have lines, we have dots, we have colors, we have words and signs. Okay, ଯେମିତି କି ଗୋଟେ river flow होची ताको केमती देखै हबो, गोटे mountain अछि, गोटे like plateau अछि, गोटे जागा अछि which is densely populated, गोटे जागा अछि जेथरे population is scattered. So there are different denomination, there are different signs and symbols used for denominating different things on the map. Okay, basically these maps are classified into so many categories. Like it can be physical maps, okay, which shows climate, soil, forest areas, resources, rainfall, etc. Okay, we can have political maps. Political maps, what it shows political division of countries and places. We can also have economic maps. These are the maps which show the crop distribution, land use, transport, etc. We can also have social maps. Okay, social maps like showing demographic distribution in a country, like the literacy rate, the language, the tribes, etc. are shown on maps for easy comprehension. Okay, we can also have historical maps. Okay, which shows boundaries of the empires. Okay, routes taken by travelers, place of war, treaties, etc. Okay, after that, model. Okay, model, suppose model, when we talk of this model, suppose I want to teach the functioning of heart. Okay, how our heart functions, that we want to teach. So in classroom setting ମୁଁ ତ real heart ତ ନେଇକି ଆସି ପାରିବିନି, ତ what I will do, I will bring a model of the heart which is very similar, or it is an imitation of the real heart. Okay, ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ତ ଛୁଆଙ୍କୁ ବୁଝେଇ ହବନି ସେ ହାର୍ଟ କୁ ନେଇକି ମାନେ ଲାଇକ୍ ମଡେଲ, ବଟ୍ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଗୋଟେ like a brief idea or a concrete idea we can give to that child by using that model. Okay, model is recognizable imitation of real things or abstract thing. Okay, usually कौन हुए, model is very similar to the original object in every aspect except the size. Size तो हमें ସେତିକି କରିପାରୁନୁ, but से जो component अच्छे real object रो जहाँ सब component अच्छे, we always try to bring all those components which is available in the real, okay, in the model. Okay, even see we can even have this stationary model can be of two types. It can be stationary or non-working model, or it can be working model. Okay, ଯେମିତି କି model of I is a non-working model. Okay, but when we see solar system where all planets revolve around the sun is an example of working model. Next is poster. Okay, poster is a symbolic representation of a single idea. ଯେମିତି କି तुम देखिबो there are different posters, माने किछि गोटे कॉन्सेप्ट को किछि गोटे आइडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करिया पई गोटे थाए पोस्ट माने गोटे सिंबल थाए, and when you will see these posters are usually bold, eye catching to attract learners for giving a message. Okay, these posters can be in the form of visuals, or and also it can be in the form of text. अच्छा, next one is puppets. अच्छा, puppets ବିଷୟରେ ଶୁଣିଛ କେବେ? Have you heard about this puppet?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
କଣ ହୁଏ ସେଇଟା?
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ କଣ୍ଢେଇ ଖେଳ, କଣ୍ଢେଇ
ହଁ
ନାଚ,
ହଁ, a kind of that.
କଣ୍ଢେଇ ସୋରେ ମାନେ କଣ୍ଢେଇ ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର ଷ୍ଟୋରି ହଉ ବା ହିଷ୍ଟୋରିକାଲ ଷ୍ଟୋରି ହଉ ବା କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କନସେପ୍ଟ ହଉ ତାକୁ ବୁଝେଇ ହବ ପପେଟରେ।
देखो कंढेई भाव देख कौन हुए ना, जमती कि सब देखो जमती कि मु गोटे क्लासरूम रे जमती कि छोट पिला को पढ़िया को चाहूची, लाइक जमती कि डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एनिमल्स अछंती, माने सपोज मु गोटे स्टोरी छुआ को पढ़ौची जो थिरे दैट स्टोरी इंक्लूड्स डिफरेंट एनिमल्स, तो मु से केस रे कोन करी, मु तो एनिमल्स को आनी क्लासरूम रे आनी आसी परिबिनी, तो मु कोन करी, आई विल प्रिपेयर डिफरेंट पपेट्स, जमती कि इट कैन बी जमती कि गोटे टाइगर अच्छी, लायन अच्छी, फॉक्स अच्छी, एलिफेंट अच्छी, तो से जिनस भी आमे यूज करि परिबा, सेटा भी करी हुए। Now after that is projected teaching learning resources. Okay, this under this projected teaching learning resources इतरे कौन हुए, like जोटा कि हमें आगे देखिलु गोटे कोन्स रो गोटे जो ट्रायंगल दिया है थिला, केमती गोटे टीचिंग लर्निंग रो जो एक्सपीरियंस, हाउ इट इज प्रोजेक्टिंग, हाउ इट इज चेंजिंग फ्रॉम कॉन्क्रीट टू एब्स्ट्रैक्ट। ओके, जेमती कि प्रीवियसली जोटा हमें जहां पे डिस्कस करलु टीचिंग लर्निंग मटेरियल, it was concrete, but this one projected teaching learning resources, it is not concrete. We are showing we will show some kind of slides, we will show some kind of film strips, or we will show some kind of audio videos, we can even show overhead projector. Okay, the first one is overhead projector. देखो These overhead projectors are helpful in displaying still visual materials as projection. ଆଉ ଏଟା କେମିତି ହୁଏ ମାନେ ଆମକୁ ଟିକେ ସେ ରୁମ ର ଟିକେ ସେଟିଂସ୍ ବି ଆମକୁ ଟିକେ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିବାକୁ ପଡେ ଯେମିତି କି ଗୋଟେ ରୁମ କୁ ଟିକେ ଆମକୁ ଡାର୍କ କରିବାକୁ ପଡେ ଆଉ ବହୁତ ଥର କଣ ହୁଏ ଦେଖ ମୁଁ ସପୋଜ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କୁ ବୁଝଉଛି ବ୍ଲାକ୍ ବୋର୍ଡ ରେ ଲେଖୁଛି ତ ସେଟା ବହୁତ ଟାଇମ କନଜ୍ୟୁମିଂ ବି ଥାଏ ସପୋଜ ମୋ ପାଖରେ ଟାଇମ ନାହିଁ ତ ମୁଁ କଣ କରିବି I will prepare a PPT or something ମୁଁ ତାକୁ ଆରାମ ସେ ପ୍ରୋଜେକ୍ଟ କରିକି ବି ଦେଖେଇ ପାରିବି next one is slide. Slide is a film transparency contained in a frame or mount. Okay. When pictures, diagrams, specimens, etc. are to be shown to the student, they can be mounted on the slide and projected on screen by the use of slide projectors or viewer. Okay. And when we talk of these film strips, it can also be prepared it can film strips can be prepared for pictures diagrams graphs etc and these film strips are projected with the help of a film strip projector okay next one is digital teaching learning resources so any teaching learning activity that uses digital tools to deliver instruction and facilitate learning is termed as digital teaching learning or digital learning. Teaching learning resources are any digital device or tool that helps teachers to teach and learners to learn. See, what are the these are the tools digital tools which we used as teaching learning resources in our education system like we make use of television and radio which we have this I think we have discussed in our previous class also and we make use of this computer we also use internet we also use web radio we also use web 2.0 blogs we even go for blogs wikis social media we make use of all these things for making our teaching learning process more effective and this mobile phones the mobile after post covid we cannot say during the time of covid also this mobile has actually changed the entire scenario of education system whatever education or online education everything it was given on mobile only mobile has played a very important role during covid time uh, for covid time in the education system okay so we can say that mobile phones or simply mobile is a wireless handheld device that allows users to make calls capture photos send messages etc and this mobile phone connects to wireless network through radio waves or satellite transmission. Next, we will discuss open educational resources. Okay, open educational resources. Okay, see, in internet you will find there are so many educational resources which are free there is no restriction you can easily go and you can use those resources okay these resources are actually called open educational resources for example like if a history teacher develops a presentation on a particular topic The same can be made available on the internet, that is online, and it can be used by other history teachers also. Okay, ଯେମିତି କି ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ଆମେ କଣ କରୁ, we even make use of different videos. ତୁମେ ଯେତେ ଦେଖିବ ଲାଇକ୍ ଯୋଉ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଏସସିଆରଟି ର ଯୋଉ ଟେକ୍ସଟ ବୁକ୍ ଅଛି, ସେଥିରେ ତୁମେ ଦେଖିବ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୟୁଆର କୋଡ ଦିଆ ହେଇଥାଏ, ବହିର ଚାପ୍ଟରର ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୟୁଆର କୋଡ ଦିଆ ହେଇଥାଏ. when you will scan that QR code, you will find link of various videos. Okay, जोटा कि हमें which is easily available. We can even use those videos for making our teaching learning process more effective. See, these open educational resources are teaching and learning materials that are freely available online for anyone to use, whether you are an instructor, student, or student of self-learner. This OER can exist as smaller standalone resources that can be mixed and combined to form large pieces of content, or as large course modules or full courses. So, if we say what are the advantages of this OER? The cost of obtaining educational resources has reduced as educational resources are available anytime, anywhere online. Okay, and this OER provides quality materials as there is involvement of eminent experts and sharing of educational resources among the users located in any part of the world. Okay, and the learner of any group get access to excellent study materials. And even this OER promotes independent learning and collaborative learning also. And even the teachers can also share their teaching learning resources across the world as OER and thus help to enhance the quality of teaching by comparing their resources with other teachers. And even the teachers can publish their work, which are educational resources, with an open license for the use of public. So when we see the when we see what are the limitations of this OER, the very first limitation is the policy pertaining to OER use. Okay, there are certain policies which are prepared when you which you have to follow for using that OER. Okay, so this is one of the limitation, and there are times you will face copyright issues when you are about to use any OER. Okay, and the third is associated with the quality concerns and validity of OER. Okay, the quality of the OER is not that good. Okay, the fourth limitation is regarding the willingness of the experts in posting educational resources online. देखो बड़े बड़े कौन हुए ना, किसी किसी भलो contents थाए जो create. Hello.
Sorry,
हाँ
ma'am.
प्ले हाँ ओके ठीक अच्छी. सुनो देखो बड़े बड़े कौन हुए लाइक गोटे लाइक वन क्रिएटर हैज प्रिपेयर्ड सम OER ओपन एजुकेशन किसी गोटे क्रिएट करिसेंती, सेटा बहुत भलो भी अछि बट से एक्चुअली चाहंतिनी सेटा शेयर करिया को, सेटा भी गोटे लिमिटेशंस अछि. आउ जो क्वालिटी को नहीं कि तार बड़े बड़े बहुत सारा OER देयर आर सो मेनी OER अवेलेबल ऑन इंटरनेट बट द क्वालिटी इज वेरी पुअर. The last limitation is concerned with technical issues associated with OERs. बड़े बड़े बहुत सारे टेक्निकल इश्यूज भी आसी जाए जो साइट्स को नहीं कि सब जिनसों को नहीं की. देखो these are the OER repositories where these are the list of some of the OER repositories. Okay, the first one is Mudlot. Mudlot is a Okay. See, this Marlot is a OER repository which you can use for which we can use in our teaching learning process. Okay. Then we can even make use of this YouTube, which we are actually using also. We are using this YouTube for making our teaching learning process very effective. এটা তো আমি ବହୁତ ହି ଅଧିକା ମାତ୍ରାରେ ଆମେ এটা ୟୁଜ କରୁଛୁ କରୁଛୁ କି ନାହିଁ everyone whatever if you are having any doubt we simply go and look for this we simply go and look for this YouTube videos. Okay, whatever, if you want to gain knowledge on any topic, we simply go and look for different videos related to that topic. Okay, so it is very helpful in knowing the things related to any topic, not only that topic, related to any topic. It is These YouTube videos are very helpful. Okay. Then the third one is teacher tube. Okay, teacher tube, see, you will find there is a site called teacher tube also. Okay, where you can go and you will find various videos related to teaching. You will find videos related to teaching. See, when you make use of this online educational resources, there are so many complications also. Okay, see, this Marlot is the Marlot stands for Multimedia Resources for Learning and Online Teaching. It is a program of the California State University system partnering with education institution, professional societies and industry. Thus, we can say that Marlot associate with institution, various educational organization, partnering institution and other industries, and all those stakeholders contribute educational resources to Marlot. Okay, and a Marlot is a platform where where this educationist used to contribute this online educational materials. Okay, and this YouTube, we all are well aware of this YouTube with the use of this YouTube. Okay, it is easily available, we can find any videos there. Okay, and this teacher tube, it was actually it was founded in the year 2007, and basically it is a website for sharing educational videos created by teachers. Okay, in this teacher tube, the videos whatever you will find, it has been created by the teacher only. Next one is slide share. Okay, there are times, and this slide share was founded in the year 2006. uh, See, sometimes when we don't have time and we just want to get a ppt, we just want to get a ppt on a topic. Okay, if you will go to Google and you will slide share on this topic, if you will enter the slide share and enter, then you will find there are different ppt which has been prepared by slideshare. Okay, and you can use that ppt for making your teaching learning process very effective. Okay, next is Sakshat. Okay, Sakshat is a National Mission on Education through ICT, which is NMEICT by Government of India. Okay, it has been decided to develop an online educational portal to provide educational services to stakeholders of education. Okay, this Sakshat initiative has been taken by our Government of India to develop various online educational portals. Okay, Okay. The next is E-Gyan Kosh. eGyankos is a national digital repository maintained by Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Okay. तुम्हारा जहाँ भी कोर्स अभी अच्छी से कोर्स रे whatever things are there, you will find all the materials. Whatever course or whatever degrees is available on IGNOU, you will find all the materials on eGyankos. Okay, it is a digital national digital repository. Then one more is NROER. It stands for Open N NROER is a digital repository for open educational resources. Okay. And this repository has a wide range of educational content and resources covering all subjects and all grades for school students, teachers, and other stakeholders. Okay. Next ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା next we will see educational software. Okay, educational software. Next we will see educational software. See, the software which are used in teaching learning process by teachers and students are called educational softwares. Wikipedia defines educational software as computer software, the primary purpose of which is teaching or self-learning. And when we see the division, this educational software can be divided into two categories. The first one is content free software, and the second one is content rich software. This content free software help or facilitate the learner users to create their own contents, and this content rich software are the discipline or subject specific software which are used for teaching learning purpose in particular subject. Okay. And see, this educational software, it works on three principle. That is, the first principle is, see, when we talk what is the meaning of principles. Principles are the guiding rules which help in smooth functioning of any area of the knowledge. Okay. See, the first principle is usability. This is very important principle, because if you are using any teaching learning material, or if you are using any educational software, definitely it has a usability. That's why we are using that. Okay, this is most important principle as it helps us to select whether the educational software under consideration is suitable for the intended task, and this principle also takes care of the effectiveness and efficiency of the educational software in achieving its intended outcome. Okay. Then the second one is usefulness. Okay. The software should be able to make positive changes or help in improving the teaching learning process in the classroom. Okay, it should bring a kind of improvement in the teaching learning process. Okay, then the third principle is desirability. Okay, the quality which makes the software popular and desirable is its quality to motivate learners to learn new learning tasks. It should be effective in helping learners to attain a new concept and clarify doubts. Okay, then one more software is there, free open source software. This free open source software is a computer software that can be classified as free software and open source software. देखिए देखो ये जो हमारा जो फ्री दिस द फ्री ओपन सोर्स सॉफ्टवेयर इट ऑल्सो हैज सर्टेन लिमिटेशंस ओके ଯେମିତି କି यूजर इंटरफेस ओके जो से जो इंटरफेस जो तरह से थाए दैट इज नॉट दैट the student who are using those interface they are not friendly, that is not user friendly okay, so it creates problem okay. देखो एंड देखो नेक्स्ट वन इज सर्विस सपोर्ट देखो गोटे जिनस गोटे आम आणिकी रखीदेलु एंड इट इज फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट तार किसी मेंटेन करने लोक भी नहांती किसी जदि कहार डाउट है किसी जदि कॉम्प्लिकेशन अराइज है कि ताकू एड्रेस करने लोक भी नहांती एंड कंपेटिबिलिटी इश्यूज देखो सेटा फ्री अच्छी कि गोटे गाइडलाइन करने लोक भी नहांती तो there are times we will even face problem in running those software and बेरे बेरे कौन हुए फ्री सॉफ्टवेयर कही कि ता भितर किछि किछि हिडन कॉस्ट्स भी थाए these are a problematic situation for the learner देखो next we will see next we will see software for classroom learning okay हमें देखिबा what are the software for classroom learning. See the very first one is multimedia okay, and when we see this multimedia it has different elements like it can have animation, we can have videos, we can have audios, we can have text, we can have images, we can have graphics okay. So when we make use of this multimedia, we can have variety of options like graphic, image, text, audio, video, and animations. And this multimedia is also divided into three types. Okay. The first one is linear multimedia. एथिरे कौन हुए? There is the multimedia which is without any navigational control for the viewer. There is the viewer cannot control anything in this linear multimedia. Non-linear multimedia रे कौन हुए? It uses learner interactivity to determine the progress in the content. Then आउ गोटे हुए interactive multimedia. Interactive multimedia रे कौन हुए? It could vary from simply manipulating objects on the screen by mouse activities to immersed contextual interactivity wherein within virtual reality the user ventures into a simulated three-dimensional world. ଯେମିତି କି ସେଥିରେ we can have linear navigation it's also there, hierarchic navigation is also there, interactive help is there, even you can give feedback there, and even someone is there to communicate with you, and construction if you want to change something okay, and if you want to reflect on something such provision is also there. Next is CD and DVD okay. A CD is a compact disc. It is a round, thin, portable storage medium that can be used to record, store, and play back audio, video, or other data in digital form. Actually, these days we don't use CD so much. CD and DVD they use हुए नहीं अबे, बहुत कम use हुए अबे. And this DVD or DVD-ROM is a disk capable of storing large amount of data on one disk, though it is of the size of a standard CD. ସେଥିରେ ଟିକେ ତାର storage ଟିକେ ବେଶୀ ଅଛି, ସେଥିରେ ଟିକେ ବେଶୀ store କରି ହୁଏ. Next is computer assisted instruction CAI. CAI uses multimedia that is a combination of text, graphics, sound, and video in enhancing the learning process okay. It is delivered through the use of the computer to facilitate and improve instruction, and this typical CAI will have multimedia content, mostly text, multiple choice questions, problems for application, immediate feedback, notes on incorrect response, or exercise for practice and result of learner performance. We have these features in this computer assisted instruction. So next we will see what are the advantages of CAI. In uh, through this CAI, we can even give individualized instructions to the learner. Okay, we can. There is a scope of personal learning. Learners learn according to their own pace, and learning is self-directed as learner decide when, where, and what to learn. It also motivates the learner as they learn at their own way and also at their own pace. And there is freedom to experiment with different options as learner learns individually. And immediate feedback to the answer is provided to enhance students' learning. It provides teacher more time to devote for individual student. Okay, even the teacher can give individualized attention to the student. And it also helps shy, slow and introvert learners to learn as they do not feel awkward, and humiliated in front of the class. Use of multimedia in CAI helps learner to understand difficult concepts through multisensory approach. See, what are the delimitation or disadvantages of this CAI? Lack of adequate infrastructure. बेटे बेटे हम स्कूल रे जिनसो था but there are certain things which are lacking from like in infrastructure is lacking. Non availability of good CAI package था but सेटा भल्लो न था. Quality is very poor. If you will try to use that, your time will be wasted. Okay, if not used judiciously, a learner may feel overwhelmed by the information and resource available. देखो, when you are making use of this internet or computer for in your teaching learning process, proper guidance should also be there. There should be some judicious rules and regulations should also be there. Tendency of overuse of multimedia which may divert the attention of the learner from the content. Okay, and our ଜିନିଷ କ'ଣ ହୁଏ when you teach using this computer assisted information, when you give ସେଥିରେ କ'ଣ ହୁଏ, learning becomes too mechanical. Okay, after that we will see there are different software for spatial learners. Okay, when we uh, when we see these spatial learners, what we mean by spatial learners? Okay, the technology which helps students with special needs are commonly called assistive technologies or AT, which simply means technology that helps a learner with special needs to enhance or maintain his or her level of functioning. Okay, देखियो हमें what is the nature of assistive technology? Okay, it can be digital recorders and books which are reading systems that utilize a computer scanner and software to read scanned books pages out loud. Okay, for example, Kujwil is a digital recorder. Okay, next is speech recognition software that allows a computer to operate by speaking. For example, Siri, Watson, these are the speech recognition softwares. Speech recognition system that turn oral language into written text. Example, Dragon. Google also provide this facility. तुमे किछि गोटे जदि कहिलो से ताकू से कन्वर्ट करि दिए. तुमे गोटे बेटा हमें Google do this, Google हमें किछि गोटे कहि दबु, then से कोन करे तार आंसर फाइंड करि के हमको दिए. Software that predicts and edits words for students who struggle with spelling is WordQ. Mind mapping outlining software, global positioning system GPS. These days, this GPS, whatever, even if we are taking any photographs of any event, we are making use of this GPS. Okay, because this is the demand, this is the need of the hour. See, these are the different screen reader. These are the different screen readers for children with special needs like JAWS 10.00, okay, non-visual desktop access, Supernova, screen access for all, ORCA, talks, mobile speak, okay. These are the screen readers. Next we will see there are software for assessment also. Various terms are also used to describe the use of computer for assessment purpose. This include computer assisted assessment or computer aided assessment, or it can be computer based assessment. I mean, CBT, computer based test. Very commonly this word is used. CBT, online assessment is also there. So see, these are the various platforms where you can go for online examination, online assessment. One is Eklavya, Rogo, Hot Potatoes, eBox, My Exam Box. Okay, these are the online assessment platforms. See, what could be the advantages of this softwares? Okay, computer assisted assessment is generally objective testing that can be marked objectively and thus offers high reliability, and these tests can be marked quickly and easily and adapted to meet a wide range of learning outcomes. Then we will see what is the disadvantage of this online assessment tools. Okay, construction of good objective test requires skills and practice, and so it is time consuming. Hardware and software must be carefully monitored to avoid failure during examination. बहुत सारे हुए भी ये जिनसोटा गोटे गोटे सिस्टम बंद हो जाए, प्रॉब्लम हो जाए. Security issues can be a problem in web based CAA, and students also require adequate IT skills and experience to answer assessment questions. Okay, these are the problems which one faces while using online assessment tools. Okay, so these were the things from my end for today's class, and if you have any doubt you can ask me.
Thank you, ma'am.
अच्छा कमलिनी एवरीडे यू ओनली गिव मी यू ओनली से थैंक यू टू मी. अच्छा सुनो तुमको किसी फायदा होची क्लास करला परे? आर यू एंजॉयिंग दिस क्लास और यू आर गेटिंग एनी इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम दिस क्लास और नॉट?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ବହୁତ ବି ଇନଡେପ୍ଥ ତ ଜାଣି ପାରୁନଥିବ ବଟ୍ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଗୋଟେ ଥରୋଲି ତ ଗୋଟେ ଯାହା ସବୁ କନସେପ୍ଟ ଅଛି ତମ ଯୋଉ ବ୍ଲକ୍ 1 ବ୍ଲକ୍ 2 ରେ ଜଷ୍ଟ କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ ରିଭିଜନ ତ ହେଇଯାଉଛି ନା.
Aଜ୍ଞା, ma'am.
ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଶୁଣିଲେ,
ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ହଁ ଶୁଣିଲେ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ତୁମେ ଜାଣିପାରିବ କଣ କଣ ଅଛି, କଣ ବହୁତ ସାରା ଜିନିଷ ମାନେ ଯଦି ତୁମେ ଯଦି ପଢିବାକୁ ଯିବ ତୁମେ ଇଟ ୱିଲ୍ ଟେକ୍ ଟାଇମ, ବଟ୍ ଯଦି ତୁମେ ଏ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଟିକେ ଶୁଣି ଦେଇଛ ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ତୁମେ ଜାଣିପାରିବ କି ବ୍ଲକରେ କଣ କଣ ସବୁ ଦିଆ ହେଇଛି. ଓକେ
ଆଜ୍ଞା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଆଜ୍ଞା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଓକେ
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ୱେଲକମ୍.
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଆମେ ୱାର୍କସପ୍ ରେ ଗଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଦେଖା ହବ।
ଅଛି କି ଆମର ୱାର୍କଶପ୍?
ୟେସ୍ ମ୍ୟାମ୍, ଆମର ୱାର୍କସପ୍ 2 ଏବେ ସେପ୍ଟେମ୍ବରରେ ହବାକୁ ଯାଉଛି ମେ ବି।
ଆଚ୍ଛା
ଆମେ
ତ ଏ ଯୋଉ ଆଇସିଟି କ୍ଲାସ, ଆଚ୍ଛା ଏଇଠି ଯୋଉ ଆଇସିଟି କ୍ଲାସ ହଉଛି ସେଟା କଣ ସେଇଠି ହୁଏନି କି?
କୋଉଠି ମ୍ୟାମ୍?
ମାନେ ୱାର୍କଶପ୍ ଯୋଉଟା ହୁଏ ସେଇଟା ସେଇଟା ଅଲଗା ଆଉ ଏଇଟା ଅଲଗା?
ହଁ ଏଗୁଡା ହଉଛି ଏଗୁଡା ଅନଲାଇନ କ୍ଲାସ। ସେଇଟା ୱାର୍କସପ୍ ରେ ଗଲେ ପୁଣି ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ ବଗେରା ଲେଖିବାକୁ ଦିଆଯାଏ। ସେମିତି
ଆଚ୍ଛା
ହୁଏ।
ତ ଏଇ
12
କ୍ଲାसेସରେ
days ର
ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ ଦିଆଯାଏନି? ଏଇ କ୍ଲାसेସରେ ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ ଦିଅନ୍ତିନି?
ନାଇଁ,
ମ୍ୟାମ୍
ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ
ଏ
ଅଲରେଡି
ଏକ୍ଜାମ
ଦିଆ
ଓରିଏଣ୍ଟେଡ୍।
ସରିଛି।
ଆଚ୍ଛା 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 ଓକେ.
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଆମେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ୱାର୍କସପ୍ 1 ରେ ଦେଖିନୁ, ଆପଣ ନଥିଲେ।
workshop on actually I was busy in internship रे busy थी ମୁଁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ମୁଁ workshop on ରେ ନଥିଲି
ओके मैम।
that's why maybe this time ଆଉ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ କଣ ହୁଏ ନା ବହୁତ ସାରା କାମ ବି ଥାଏ ତ ଆମେ sometimes we don't have time to attend those workshops that's why okay.
ओके मैम।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
Welcome Akshay and Kamalini.
ओके मैम, थैंक यू, गुड नाइट।
Good night.